What's good, fam? This hip hop world we in right now, bro, it's getting turbulent like a storm just rolled through and ain't nowhere safe. I'm talking about Drake and Travis Scott. Yeah, those two giants. But this time, they ain't just dropping bars. They dropping controversies that got the whole culture heated. Stick with me, because what I'm about to tell you might just change how you see the game and these artists entirely, especially with the way Drake almost put Kendrick Lamar on blast in front of thousands. That's wild in itself. Now let me hit you with this first. Drake just wrapped a 3-night headliner run at Wireless Festival 2025 in London. Ain't no small feat, but what he said on that second night, that ain't your everyday hype talk. Drake got on the mic and straight up declared, London rappers are the best lyricists in the world. Say what? Yeah, I know that lines up with Drizzy, always showing love overseas, but this was the next level. And he backed it by bringing out some serious UK heavyweights. Dave, Central C, J Hus, some of London's finest were right there with him. You really can't front on their skills. They've been moving fast, and the UK scene got that raw energy and flow. But here's where things turned messy. The crowd started chanting, "Fuck Kendrick," loud enough to make your ears ring. Now, Kendrick Lamar, K. Dot to most, that name don't come lightly in hip-hop circles. Dude's considered one of the GOATs, no cap. And Drake, instead of quieting the madness, he looked right at that crowd and said, "I'll drink to that." Hold up, that sounds like a direct jab, or at least an endorsement of disrespect towards Kendrick. You feel me? That kind of moment, that ain't just a slip up, that's calculated. This wasn't some random beef popping up out of nowhere. Drake's move during Wireless shook the cultural balance, put the US and UK rap rivalry front and center like it's a headline fight. See, for the past few years, the debate about who's running the rap game, the US or the UK, been noisy in the streets and online. Drake stepping up and saying London MCs run the lyrical world, man, that's throwing shade on some of America's finest. Folks on both sides went full tilt. Some fans back in the States felt betrayed, like their king was switching sides. Meanwhile, UK fans are hyped, feeling like their scene finally got the respect it's been craving. But this ain't just a case of loyalty, it's a strategic move too. Drake majorly benefits by tapping into the UK market. That's a whole new fan base and massive growth potential. But it does raise a real question. Can UK rappers really outshine legends like Kendrick, J. Cole, or Freddie Gibbs when it comes to lyrical skill? The debate's messy and far from settled. Now flip the coin. While Drake's stirring up the crowd overseas, Travis Scott's dropped his latest album, JackBoys 2. This project's been dripping out for a minute with teasers, fueling up hype across social media. We're talking 17 tracks featuring the whole family, Don Toliver, Sheck West, Sofago, all part of the Cactus Jack crew. On paper, that sounds like a do right, like a solid squad coming through with fresh vibes. But now, a reality check from the streets and critics alike says this ain't the comeback Travis fans were praising. The album dropped underwhelming, leaving many to feel like it missed that special sauce. Beats got labeled bland, lyrics got called repetitive, and overall energy, folks said it just lacked originality and fire. One harsh review straight up called it a mess and not worth the hype at all. You reading that right? After all the buildup and anticipation? That's cold. Even some comparisons are running wild. People say a few tracks were on the same level as Kanye West's infamous Lift Yourself, you know, the one where the lyrics made no damn sense and had folks laughing and scratching their heads. For a project linked to Travis Scott, who's had classics like Astro World, it sting hard to hear that kind of judgment. And poor Sheck West, the guy who was a breakout star on the first JackBoys, apparently barely got any shine this time. It's like the album forgot to showcase the full strength of the team, so we gotta ask, what happened to Travis's magic? Is he slipping, or is this just a low point before he bounces back? The critics weren't shy to point out that JackBoys 2 feels like a step backwards, and many fans are legit concerned about where Travis is headed next. Look, when you put these pieces together, Drake's headline hype and beef with Kendrick, Travis Scott's disappointing album, it spells out something bigger about hip-hop right now. This ain't just a couple artists having bad moments. It's a reflection of the culture's current vibe. Artists trying bold moves, risking their legacy to stay relevant, but sometimes missing the mark. Drake's UK allegiance might open new doors, but it's also creating cracks in his US foundation. Fans who once rode or died with him feel a kind of coldness now. Travis dropping an album that's basically called out for being lazy or confused, that's a warning sign for even the biggest names. The game don't wait on nobody. You either keep innovating, stay sharp with your craft, or you slide into obscurity. And yo, I ain't just throwing shots. This is real talk for any artist trying to keep their crown. But yo, I ain't done yet. Before we get deeper into this, I want y'all to hit that like button if you vibe with me so far. And don't forget to subscribe because we're only getting started. We're about to unpack some more dirt that'll have y'all shook. You thought what I told you was wild? Wait till you hear what's coming next. It's mad surprising, and it'll make you rethink everything you thought you knew about these rap titans and the future of hip hop. Trust me, You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Aight, we back at it. Now listen, what went down at Wireless ain't just about some East versus West or UK versus US rap beef. It's deeper. It's about respect, legacy, and who controls the culture's narrative. See, when Drake gave London the crown for Best Lyricist, some folks say he was low-key trying to erase the respect earned by OG American rappers like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, or even Pusha T. You feel me? It's like he's pressing reset on hip-hop's hierarchy, flipping the script for his own agenda. But peep this, Drake's strategy is slick. By championing UK artists, he's building bridges in a game that's all about relevance and longevity. Now, even with the backlash, peeps gotta admit, Drake's got a keen eye for trend spotting. UK rap's been on a rise for a minute, no cap. The grime scene, drill, the whole vibe, they bringing something fresh and raw that the mainstream's been hungry for. What's crazy is that Drake once collaborated with Dave on Wants and Needs, and that track blew up everywhere. So when he's saying London's rappers are the GOATs, maybe it's a nod to that partnership and financial play as much as it is to pure respect. Still, that crowd chanting FC Kendrick and him sipping on that, yeah, that's the real shocker. That's not just talk. That's throwing fuel on an already wildfire debate. And don't think the US rap heads just sat back and accepted that. Twitter trenches exploded. Memes flew. People starting to question if Drake's loyalty lies with the culture that built him or if he's just chasing clout overseas. You gotta wonder if this is the kind of move that alienates your day one supporters. Cause at the end of the day, if your fans don't feel you repping their side, what you really left with, but that ain't all. Some say this whole thing is just business, pure and simple. Drake's known for pivoting and tasting new markets, and the UK is prime territory with untapped potential. It's a calculated risk that might pay off big, or it could backfire and cost him street cred back home. Either way, it's a W for conversation. Now flip to Travis Scott. Man, JackBoys 2 had mad eyes on it, but what came out? A whole lot of L's. We all know Travis used to have that cosmic energy, especially back in the Astro World era. Classic vibes, fire production, and those catchy hooks that stick with you. But this latest drop, it felt like more of a placeholder than a body of work crafted with love. Beats felt recycled, like they ran through Travis's older soundboards and called it a day. Lyrics, some tracks had verses that made you say, wait, did he even focus here? It's like Travis forgot that hip hop isn't just about sound, it's about substance, storytelling, and making listeners feel something real. Plus, the features didn't save the day like we hoped. Don Toliver and Sheck West sounded like they were trying to keep it fresh, but they just didn't get the shine or the production they deserved. Sheck West came with energy in the first JackBoys, but here, he's almost a background noise. This shift feels like Travis is losing his team's chemistry, or maybe just not emphasizing what worked before. The critical reviews, beyond harsh. Some major voices in the game called the album a flop, noting it felt rushed and uninspired. For an artist riding as high as Travis was, that's a tough pill to swallow. This isn't just about a bad album, it's a sign that maybe he's struggling to find his next move in a highly competitive scene. What's wild is how this all ties back into the bigger picture for hip-hop. We got one giant flexing a new territory, possibly burning bridges with old fans, and another king dropping an album that's barely keeping his crown intact. It's like a metaphor for the culture itself, always in flux, always teetering on new waves and old guard respect. It shows that staying at the top is no easy feat. You can't just ride a past win or snag some features. You gotta evolve, innovate, and stay authentic, or else the audience will catch you slipping fast. Now I gotta put this out there. Both Drake and Travis still got mad talent, no doubt. But even the GOATs gotta check themselves and ask, what's the energy? Am I still giving the culture what it wants? Or am I chasing clout and misses? Drake could have handled that Wireless moment smoother, maybe preached unity over divisiveness. Travis, he needs to go back to basics. Focus on crafting tracks with real emotion and depth. Both got work to do if they want to keep from falling deeper into this hole. Before I wrap this up, there's one more curveball that shook the scene. Rumors about internal label tensions and creative disagreements inside Travis's camp. Some say the JackBoys crew ain't vibing like they used to, leading to that disjointed feel on the album. If that's true, it's a sign of cracks forming under the surface. And that's dangerous for any collective trying to build a brand in this rap era. The polarizing reactions to these releases don't just affect the artist's images, they ripple through the entire hip-hop ecosystem, impacting fans, producers, and up-and-coming artists watching how the greats move. So where does that leave us? Is Drake really throne crazy and willing to flex disrespect for storytelling legends just to curry foreign favor? Is Travis Scott losing the creative spark, or is this slump just a calm before the storm? Hip-hop heads gotta stay woke, because the game's changing every day, and these moves will define not just careers, but the culture's direction in the next decade. One thing's for sure, These situations got the community heated, talking, and ready to see what happens next. That's the essence of hip hop: controversy, competition, and the constant grind for greatness. I want y'all to holler back in the comments and let me know what you really think. Is Drake playing chess or just messing up by throwing shade at Kendrick like that? And how you feel about JackBoys 2? Just a bad look or the start of a bigger slump for Trav? This conversation ain't over, and your voice matters in shaping how this story unfolds. If you vibe with this breakdown and you want to keep rolling deep into the hip-hop mess and mystery, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe. I'm here to keep it 100 with you. No fluff, no cap. Peace, and I'll see you next time when we peel back even more layers on these rap legends and what's next for the culture we all ride for. Stay solid, fam.